Good morning everyone. Well, look outside. Yeah, food puddles. It's been raining really hard this morning. It stopped about half an hour ago. I'm thinking it might dry up, because what I wanted to do was do a bit more to Bertie Bus. As you know, I made a start on the front, underneath that front wheel there, the jacking point. Pretty rusty. I'm going to have to do a bit of grinding and cutting and chipping away to find out the extent of what the repair is going to be. But as it's wet, decided to look for something else to do for a while. Now, somewhere here, we are. I bought this not so long ago. What is it? It's not a fishing rod. It's very similar. It's a telescopic flagpole. So when we go camping, I've seen a lot of people have flags flying. I thought we could have one. Anyway, got the pole. I think it's about 5 or 6 meters high. 6 meters, I think. No, 5. It might be 5 meters. I can't remember. Anyway, so you can get a stake with these, what go into the ground to stick your tube in. Obviously, put your flag up, stop it falling over. Or you could strap it to something, I suppose. Anyway, I ain't got a stake with this, so I thought what I'd do is have a look around in the garage here, see what I can find, and make something for that to slot in, so I can bang it into the ground and then slot this in, rather than just a stake. Maybe a stake with a little pole on. Anyway, like I say, I'll have a look around in the shed, see if I can find something. Give me something to do because of the weather. See what I can make. See, there's not a lot of room in the garage again because everything's in it. You look at my bike, still wet from this morning. I might just give that a quick wipe down. That's the electric one I've been using for work. Clear a bit of space, find something. I just found this tube, I just put it in the vice here. I've got a feeling I might be able to use that, but I need to check whether that will fit inside the end of this tube for it to stand on. So I'll check that out and then we'll go from there. Obviously this is a telescopic, so they'll all slide out, but if you take the bung off you can take them out the other end completely, which I've done. So I took the bottom piece off, and I can see that'll fit over that nicely. So my plan is to stick that into the ground. Obviously that'll have to be probably about there, but that should be enough to hold that. Obviously I'll test it anyway before I use it. So what I'm going to do is make a bracket off here with a stake what go into the ground, so I can knock the stake in without damaging this edge. Then when I get to where I am, slide the flagpole over with the flag on. See what I can find now for a stake. Thought I'd just show you this while I'm here. Bought this the other day, new little angle grinder. Bought this from Aldi's. I think that was about 20 quid. Not bad though, is it? Got the old speed control like my other one. The reason why I bought it is because I have to keep changing the disc, from a cutting disc to a sanding disc or grinding. So I thought what I'd do, if I get another one, I can leave like a sander on one and a cutter on the other. So when I'm working, it saves me time, keep changing them over. This one has got a spare set of brushes with it, so that should last me a bit of time. Right, make a bit of space here so I can work. So I just brought out this box of stuff I've got, bits and pieces I keep, because you never know when you're going to need something, do you? Brackets and threaded bars, you name it. There's loads in here. Now even that could be used, couldn't it, as a stand to drop the pole in, but I think that's not quite wide enough. I'll check it in a bit. That's definitely not wide enough. Maybe something like this I could use as a stake. Like say cut that off there, about that length. That could bash into the ground. Have the tube on the side of it. Where is it? Like that. Bob's my uncle. So I need to bring it out a bit near the bottom, and then yeah, have a spacer between there and there. I don't want it too close because obviously I'll be hammering this, so it needs to come out a bit. I'll see what I can find, and then a little bit of welding will need to be done here. Cool. Been looking at this. What about that? What slide me flagpole on, cut a piece of this, weld to there, and then a stake to knock in the ground. What do you reckon? That'll work, won't it? Got nothing to lose, have I? I'll have a quick rummage around, see if I can find something that I think might be better. If not, this is going to be what I'm going to do. So you should be able to see what I'm going to do now. That's going to be the obviously where the pole sits over. I'm going to weld this to there, and then this to there. So obviously I'll knock this into the ground, and this will be where the flag sits. Well, that's the plan. So now I've also cleaned them up a bit, so they're ready to go on. That's what that came off. Keep that bit for another time. You never know when you're going to need a bit of that. So like I say, that's got to be welded onto there, and then that to there. So we need to fire up the welder. Yay! Right, so I'm going to tack that on there first, straighten it how we want it before we actually do a full weld. Which welder are we going to use? Well, my TIG welding's not come on anymore, haven't done any more practicing, but I shan't be using that. I think we'll go for a stick weld on this, use the same machine. So I'll just get that set up, and then we'll stick a couple of tacks on. Okay, so I think stick welding was the way to go with this tube. As you can see, it's still a bit hot, but it's going to hold a flag. It ain't got to be anything substantial, but I think that is way over the top, but it shouldn't break. So the next bit is obviously to stick my stake. It's going to go into the ground. Obviously I don't want it up here, I don't want it right down here. It's got to be about there, I think, so that there's room to hit the top, and that goes into the ground. Just line this one up and we'll get that one welded. I'm having a little problem with this because of these welding rods have been in my shed probably a couple of years, and I think they're quite damp. It's doing the job, but ideally nice dry rods would work better. So I'm just going to put a bit of weld on this side. To be honest, this welding here is probably a bit over the top for this, but doesn't really matter, does it? Right, let's just get this last little bead done on this side. I'll stick that there. We might be able to catch it. I think that's going to do it. Right then, so there it is finished. Take out sides, we get a better look. Wow, it's really going bright now, look. There we go. I think that's going to hold, isn't it? give it a try. There it is, finished. The idea is when you go camping, you'll stick that into the ground, into the grass. Obviously hammer it in straight. I ain't got the grass here because I've got fake grass and I don't want to whack it into there, but hammer that down into the grass. Then drop me flagpole on top like that, and there it is. Simple as that. Obviously that'll be nice and tight in the ground, being in shingle like that, and that'll hold our flag. Cool, pleased with that. It's another job done. So all I need to do now is just stick a bit of paint on it just to stop it going rusty. See what I can find. Just stuck a little bit of primer on it, and I'll find something to stick on the top coat when it's dry. Look like a firework launcher or something, doesn't it? Oh, while that primer is drying, let's go have another look, Bertie Bus, and see what I need to do next. Drying up nicely, isn't it? So if you can remember, it's a little bit windy when we left this. This out here from this jacking point. We were looking underneath here at this main chassis, which seemed okay. The jacking point comes out to here, kind of slants down towards the edge of the sill. And as you can see, that's all gone too. Definitely need a bit more work here, don't we? Just take the wheel off. How tight are these going to be, eh? Very tight by the feel. Yeah. Right, find an extension bar to get these off. We've got the wheel off Bertie Bus now. See where it's been sitting a bit. The good news is this jacking point, outrigger, whatever you want to call it, is nice and solid at the top, so we'll be able to build off that. Like I said, it's been done under there before. Work my way here. The back of it is gone, but I think it's worse. Flew up off as well. But even up here where these, I don't know what you call these, but I thought they might be rusted through, but they're still alright, which is good. So we'll concentrate on this area here. We'll have a poke around a bit more. I might have to take this bit of belly pan off underneath so I can get to the back of this, see what's going on there. But I'm pleased about this, not all rotted out all the way. I had visions that had been gone right up here, so that's good, believe it or not. You can see this guard is coming down now, and well, you can just see, look, it's rusted away. You can see the floor under there seems okay. Like I say, surface rust. The outriggers seem alright, so I'm going to try and cut a bit of this away now and see what we've got. Through this and bent out of the way, you can see what I'm talking about. Here's your main chassis. Yeah, a bit rusty but still solid. And here's your outrigger come to your jacking point here, which obviously is rotted away. And I think what's happened is the water's got in run along this cover panel and just rotted it from the inside. And we all know not all vans have this underbelly on, so I think I'm going to continue to take this off, and then I'll be in a better position then to do a repair here. That's the plan. Probably end up taking them all off, we will see. Right, that's that piece right out of the way now. Now I can understand if it was sealed on there, then that would protect this, but when it's got all holes in it and the jack and point is gone, then all it's doing is getting all the water to come up inside it and sitting in it and rusting it through. I've seen plenty of vans with and without it, and I think by the time I finish this off, repair this a bit here, I'm going to have to end up getting rid of this. Then I can coat this frame, treat the frame and the floor, hopefully stop it rusting much more for the time I'm going to be using it anyway. I'm pleased it ain't gone right up into here, that's all I can say really. And now I'm going to be able to repair this after I've cleaned it up. Don't really know what's going on here. I'll have to have a little bit more investigation. Maybe it is how it is there and then closed off with that bottom piece. You can see where the tack welds are on it and onto here. Right, the more I look at this, deciding in my head how I'm going to repair this. Obviously I'm going to repair this section here, not restoring it, as I've said before, I'm just tidying it up and making it safe. I probably wouldn't never be jacking up here anyway, but I'll build this up, make it similar to how it was. This side, depending on when we clean it up, how good the metal is, I'll put another patch in here. I'll reinforce this here to the end of it, and box that in, and then finish this off here with a similar jack and point to that one, and then that will be good. And then I'll decide whether I'm going to take the rest of that floor pan off. Probably will, but well, as you can see, plenty of metal come out of there, or like rust. But I've got a good idea now how I'm going to repair this, but unfortunately I'm running out of time now, so there's not much more I can do today. So that's going to leave me to say thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget, I'm not restoring it, just tidying it up so we can have some fun. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.